So look, if you want to grow your wealth, your income, and increase the amount of time off, then these are the shortcuts that can help. Welcome to the Wealth Creation Podcast. Welcome everybody, it's Dan. I hope you're well today. It does help if I can remember how to use this blooming system, doesn't it? We went live and I'm like, oh, I've not done my intro. Oh dear, very funny. Anyway, we are live. Hope you're well today. Happy Monday, everybody. It has been a rather shocking week here in Spain. Obviously, you've heard about Valencia and some of the problems that they've had there. Like, it's just really sad. And our CrossFit gym have been, people have been dropping off a load of stuff and then taking it all over in a van. Like water and clothing and nappies and dog food and all sorts of different things. And it's just been amazing how the community's come together and helped other people that are really struggling. Valencia's about an hour away. I'm supposed to be there on Tuesday, tomorrow actually, with the dog for a checkup. I can't really see that happening, of course. But it's just really shocking how the flooding just came out of nowhere, and obviously our hearts go out to everybody who's struggling with that. And still bodies are being pulled out of car parks underneath that are just being completely filled to the top with water. Some of these are 2-story car parks, 60 to 100 cars in there, and obviously people are still being found. So it's just really, really sad. And I think the news kind of protects us from most of it. A friend of my wife's went over, like yesterday or the day before, and walked past a person who was still in the car, had passed away, and they're just piling bodies up behind one of the houses. It's just pretty shocking all around. So our hearts go out to those people. And the rains have now finished. We think keeps going on, and we've been really incredibly lucky as to where we are. Our basement actually floods when we have heavy rains because the drains just can't cope with that deluge of water, and we've been very, very lucky. Otherwise, our basement would have been flooded significantly as well. Anyway, touch wood, we're okay, and the authorities will begin to start dealing with some of this stuff. Anyway, let's talk about websites, folks. We can't just talk about Valencia as dreadful that situation is, and our hearts go out, but we got to get back on track and talk to you about websites and see what we can do to help people in the UK grow their business. And the dog's just arrived. Luna is supposed to be going to the vets tomorrow and probably isn't for a big operation. Anyway, let's talk about websites. So what you should be focusing on your website, and specifically, why do websites still, in 2024 going into 2025, despite having all this other social media stuff, why does it matter so much? Like, so what? Like, why does having a website even mean anything? Yeah, well, I can just use ClickFunnels and just generate a landing page, or I can go on Facebook, and we go live on Facebook like we are now, and I can just generate leads there. And yeah, you can generate leads there, but there's a couple of things I want to cover. One of the big ones is really credibility. So in terms of, why does your website, why is it important? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share screen in this session, and we're just going to show you my website. Rather than picking on somebody else, some random person's website, let's just show ours. And so when we're talking about why your website matters so much, for example, we've got case studies. So we can drive traffic back to our website, and when they're having a look at all the different things that we do, they can go to the case studies and they can actually have a look at all the things that we do for people. So here's a bunch of images and videos. There's the website, of course. This one, for example, won the best online property marketplace, which is amazing. And the reason why that's amazing is because we actually created the property marketplace. They won the award and we did it. But, we're not bitter. We're very happy for our clients to be able to win awards based on the work that we do. I just think it's amazing. And so what you can do is you can provide examples of some of the work that you've just done. I've just on Facebook, and I saw a guy who does car detailing, where they make your car really nice and shiny as though new. And it's like, there's no before, there's just the after. And it's like, you should be doing a before, doing an after image, uploading that to your website, having a video talking about what a nice car and what it is, and what a mess it was when it came in, and how much better it looks now. And you should be embedding all that information on your website. So it shouldn't just be out on social media. but it should be on your website so that you can start building up all these case studies and that sort of thing. So for example, other client examples, website traffic had a 3-month period, and just the growth on content alone, and you can see it going upwards. Again, you can use case studies and examples. 131% increase in traffic, 200% increase in traffic from social media. Our clients that get in the press, and so on. And then these are video case studies. These are more websites that we've done for clients. Like, you should be detailing all of the work that you've done for clients, doing before and afters and all of that kind of thing. So, I don't know where some of the images are on these. Oh, they're just not uploaded yet because we upload them as somebody scrolls. The image is upload to make the page uploading work faster. Anyway, this is a really good example as to why you should also be having case studies. And we've got hundreds of case studies, by the way, and hundreds of websites, I should say. But this is a really good example of a website as to what you should be having on your website. Now, obviously, I don't know what your business is, but you might be a plumber, and you could have a video, and it says, I'm at this client's house, and we've got this boiler, and the boiler's not working, and it's taken half an hour. We've worked out it's for PCB, it needs a new one. We've got a new one, be here tomorrow. And then you go back the next day with a new PCB. You film yourself putting it in there, and you can upload that not just to social media, but that should also be embedded on your website, because then when somebody goes to your homepage, which we're just going to go to now, when somebody goes to the homepage, you can embed some of these things. So I think we've probably, on mine, like this one here, we've got client feedback. We probably actually need a few more of these. And I think we should probably have some. We've got all our latest content on there, which we're going to talk about in a minute as well. And actually, yeah, we actually haven't got those, so we could do with more. We've got our Google link down there to all our 5-star reviews, which is really nice. But also, we could do with more reviews on our homepage. Because one of the things that people ask for, when they say, okay, what am I looking for? When somebody lands on your website, they've got a list of things that they need to have in place. And if you've not got these in place, your website's going to fail. So first up, am I in the right place? That's question number 1. Can you help me? Is question number 2. And do I trust you? Is question number 3. So if we go back to our website, am I in the right place? Well, chances are that when you're looking for a digital marketing agency and you land on our website, you're looking for a digital marketing agency. So the first question is, am I in the right place? So if you're looking for a digital marketing agency, yes, it's fairly obvious we're a digital marketing agency. And then there's pricing and that kind of thing and all the things that you get. So am I in the right place? Can you help me? Is the next one. Well, yes, look at all the different things that we do. And then there's pricing again. And then there's all this stuff about all the different things that we do. Then we've got a list of all our different clients, past and present, growth of digital marketing. So you can see all that. So am I in the right place? Can you help me? And do I trust you? And so the clients, the people landing on your webpage, they want to know that you're a bona fide business, that you actually exist, that you still exist in November 2024. Because how many times have you been on a website and you go on a website and you're like, God, I don't even know if these guys are still in business. It's not been updated for ages. So what people will do is they'll go to here and they'll go to the case studies. First up, do I trust you? That's the question that we're answering here with the case studies. And also on our homepage, we should have some testimonials and that kind of thing. In fact, we normally have testimonials on here. Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of testimonials down at the bottom, and really they should go on our homepage as well. These are our Google reviews. The other thing that's really important is we've got latest content on ours. So when somebody says, do I trust you? So the latest piece of content actually went out on November the 4th, October the 28th, October the 21st, the 18th, the 17th, the 14th, the 9th, the 7th. You can see that we have a regular amount of content and that we're continually producing content that goes out into social media that we then embed onto our website. And the question you need to ask yourself is that actually answering the question, do I trust you? Well, the fact that there's all this content, and if we go on to it, these are all the videos that we have on here. Vlog 134, 4 ways to boost your content, your sales through content marketing. Another video, plus there's a whole bunch of actual written stuff on there as well. Oops, there's a fly. So that combined with the case studies will actually answer the question of, do I trust you? If there's a fly, what? Go away, fly. But that's one of the reasons why your website matters so much, is that you can build trust and you can build longevity. So the reason why the trust bit is important is that they might see you on social media, but at the point of the transaction, that's where they need the trust to be reinforced. Because how many people can produce content and put it out on social media? Everybody, right? It's really easy to do. You just press go live, you record a little video, you do a little dance, whatever you want to do. And out it goes on TikTok and Instagram and all the rest of it. But actually having a website shows that you've been around for actually quite some time. Especially if, let's just look at the latest content again, especially if on your latest content page, it's full. I was just actually on mine, I was just looking for, why is it not coming up? No, I think it will come up. There's a little circle there, probably because our website is, our internet is slow. But there should be a load more button here where you can keep scrolling and pulling up all the previous pieces of content. And so that's really important. At the point where the person is going to make the transaction, that's actually where they need the trust to be reinforced. Because what happens is they get to the point where they're going to make the transaction, and then they go, do you know what? And all these little thoughts, these little negative thoughts, these little self-doubts pop into someone's mind. And that can then prove really challenging for you to be able to get them to actually take the action that you want them to take. So in terms of the core pages that every website needs, there's a couple, okay? So I like the idea of having case studies or testimonials or reviews. That's definitely a number one. You should have those. And if you haven't got reviews and testimonials, you should really be making an effort, because trust is everything in 2024. And as we're going to 2025, it's got even more important. You know, we've had a lot of political upheaval, haven't we? We've had it in the UK with a brand new government. We're going to have it in the US, either with the existing government with Kamala Harris or with a new government with Donald Trump. And so trust is really lacking right now. So if you can plug those gaps with trust on your website, that is really going to help you convert and close more sales. One of the other pages that I like is the latest news, and on that latest news page, so let me just pull up the latest news again, transition over to the second screen. If I just go to latest content, latest news, latest content, so 4 ways to boost your sales through content. When we go on that, and we can go onto this page here, there's a whole bunch of text, and then there's a video that you can actually watch as well. So, and then also on the right hand side on our website, you've got all these different call to actions: website design, sell our services and make some affiliate cash, merchant cash advance, and so on. So all of that is there. So I like the idea of you having a latest news type page on your website, because it's really easy to do. You can take all the content you've created for your social media and you can embed it on your web page. And then it will also help you get ranked on Google, but also it gives that little bit more confidence there as well. And then one of the other pages, obviously your homepage is really, really important. And the homepage should really be there to answer those 3 questions I talked about earlier, but also any landing page should be there to answer those 3 questions. And those 3 questions again are, am I in the right place? Can you help me? And do I trust you? And any landing page or any homepage should really be answering those 3 questions specifically. And then, like, do you want an about page? And the about page really should be to humanize you as a business. And so you might have pictures of your staff. Now, actually, I don't think we've got an about page on mine, and we could probably do with one. And the reason really why we haven't got an About Us page is that we put all our content on through the latest content. So people get to learn about us through that specific page. But also, most people, they only get to the website from the content, so they already know about us. But actually, because we've got a big enough team, and if you have a big enough team, it actually looks impressive, and we can talk about people's skill sets and so on. The only downside is some people don't want the photographs online and that kind of thing as well. So that can be a downside. But I quite like having an About Us page. And we might have a Meet the Team page, actually. So that's probably what we're going to do as well. And actually, do you know what? I'm just going to make a note. Meet the Team and reviews on homepage. Because I forget stuff as well, like anybody else. And you know, all coaching is self-coaching. And when we come up with ideas, you're like, oh, why are we not doing that ourselves? What other pages then? Obviously, services and products goes without saying. Now, this is really, really important. Every service should have its own page. Every product should have its own page. So this, I'm drinking Coke Zero, and this is an ice cup. So it's got this liquid down the sides, and then you put it in the freezer, and it turns to ice, and then you pour your drink in at the top, and it keeps your drink cold, right? So like this product, an ice mug, should have its own page. So like if I live in Leeds and I want one of these and I want to go collect it today, I'm going to type ice mugs in Leeds so I can go buy one today. So if that has a product called ice mugs in Leeds and someone goes and types it, there's a really good chance that my product page is going to come up on the search engine rankings. And that's why each product should have one page and each service should have one page, and it should be localized as well. So like, we do web design in Leeds, for example. So if you type web design in Leeds, we come up. If you type digital marketing agency Leeds, I think we come up like on the first page. And so every service that we have and that you have and every product that you have should each have its own page. And so that's for search engine optimization purposes. You should also have a contact page. So for us, we actually change the way that we do things, because I don't like contact pages with phone numbers on. And so I'm just going to show you this. I don't like contact pages with phone numbers. You won't really find a phone number on our website. We don't want people phoning us. We really want people to book in a strategy form and to schedule a call, so that we can actually find out more about them and we actually know why they're phoning in the first place. We don't want just someone phoning us and we have to stop what we're doing and pick up the phone to answer someone trying to sell us something, right? That's really the reason. And also we want to know who is booking in these strategy calls before we get on that call, so that we're prepared for when we get on that call. You know, what's the purpose of the call? It's to talk about website design. Brilliant. We know why we're going to attend that phone call. So we actually don't have a contact page, but what we do have is we've got these 15-minute strategy sessions, and we have these embedded throughout the website. But also across the top, which never really changes, you've got a big red button up here that says book your 15-minute strategy session. And when you click on that form, we use Calendly, and it's just embedded on the website. And so you can book a time, enter all your details and so on. So you can book in a time and a date, and you can make contact with us in that method. And so really that's why we haven't got that. The only other thing that we do have is we have a work with me page, which is basically, yet again, it's just the same stuff as the homepage. In fact, it's exactly the same as the homepage, apart from it hasn't got all this stuff here. So we actually don't do that because we don't want just randoms phoning us up and taking up all our time. What we have discovered is that we get a lot of sales calls. If you look at my LinkedIn, I get so many people messaging me about growing the agency. Oh, can we just jump on a quick call? It drives me absolutely insane. Sometimes we even get people booking a strategy call to sell us Facebook ads, even though we do Facebook ads. It drives me absolutely insane. So it kind of annoys me, really. So that's why we haven't got our phone number on there, because we know we're just going to get spammed the crap out of through cold calling and all of that kind of thing. And so really that's the main stuff. So you've got a homepage, an about us page, services and products page, you've got a contact page, you've got your testimonials and review pages, and they're the sort of things that you need to actually have on there. Let's talk about user experience, because I think this is really important, and a lot of people kind of forget. You know, any web page should be a minimum of 3 clicks. So if we just go back to our website, if you want a website design, quotation, second screen. So digital services, website design. It's one click away. In fact, most of our stuff is one click away. SEO, Facebook ads, the business growth package, which is 500 quid. All of that is just one click away. We've got online training. Again, it's just one click away. And really, I mean, we say maximum 3 clicks. Even that is overkill, right? It should be 1 or 2 clicks maximum. 3, they're like, you're kind of pushing it. Most people aren't going to get to 3 clicks on your website. So everything has to be within reach. And when we talk about user experience, these are actually some of the things that's really important for you to implement. And a lot of people are just thinking about them and what they want their customers to do without actually thinking, what will the customer actually do? So I'm just going to say that again because I need to differentiate those two different things. Most people think about, what do I want the customer to do? But the customer isn't thinking what you want them to do. The customer is thinking, what do they want? And so that's what a user experience should really be talking about. Ease of navigation is so vitally important, as well as answering those 3 questions. Am I in the right place? Can you help me? And do I trust you? You've got to make it easy for someone to move around your website and find what they are looking for very quickly within 1 or 2 clicks. Any more than that, they've clicked off and they've gone to somebody else's website. The other thing that's really important, obviously fast loading times. That can be challenging because our website is a pretty big website. There's lots of content. We've got moving videos on it. We do some loading of images where it only loads once you've scrolled, and then so instead of loading 25 images all in one go on that little section, let me show you what I mean. I think you'll find this really important. So if I just go to second screen, if I go to our latest content, is it on latest content? Actually, we did this. It's on case studies, isn't it? So when we upload our case studies, you'll notice that some of these only come up as we're scrolling. And the reason for that, here we go. The reason for that, I think it's already uploaded the images, but these are actually moving images as well. But when we looked on this page a few moments ago, it was taking a few moments to load these images. So we don't get our images to go live straight away. What we do is when somebody lands on this page here, it downloads the images to your device as it needs them. So as you're scrolling down, it then pulls them in. Otherwise, it has to load all the images on this one page all at the same time, and it slows it down. And really, that's what we mean by faster loading times, by making sure that not all the images download at the same time. So that's really important as well. And then other things like being able to use your website on a mobile device. When we talk about user experience, over 50% of people will now be accessing your website from a mobile device. And that can be a mobile phone. It can be a really small mobile phone as well, or it might be a tablet, or it might be a desktop PC, or a Mac, or a laptop. So you've got to make sure that your website is capable of looking good for all of those different types of devices, and we call that mobile responsiveness. And in fact, one of the things we just did this morning was we were creating our emails for this week, and so we got some discounts. We've got a free marketing review and so on that's going out. And for example, on the free marketing review, I was just testing it to see whether we actually send them to a Calendly link, or whether we send them to our website, which takes a little bit longer to download and get access to because of all the images and everything that's on it. And actually, so we changed it. So now when you click that link, it goes directly to a Calendly link, which is kind of like the Work With Us page. So people can book in a strategy call. Much faster loading times and much more accessibility on a mobile device, and much more usability on a mobile device as well. And then just finally here, some of the SEO basics are so important for you to implement. And we talked about this. So for example, with the services and products all having their own page, for example, that's really, really important in terms of search engine optimization. So if you're a plumber in Leeds 15, you should have a page about being a plumber in Leeds 15. And you can even mention street names, because that will help as well. Because Google recognizes the context of those street names in relation to the postcode. Google's clever enough to understand all that stuff. So you've got a better chance of ranking. And then you can do, different postcode areas should have their own name as well. Every page should have a specific SEO purpose. SEO being, of course, search engine optimization. So what a lot of people do is for just keyword stuff, the name of every boiler onto one page, and it's like, no, if you're a plumber in Leeds 15, you should have an ideal boiler leads let me say it again. Ideal boiler repairs. So that's the name of a boiler. Ideal boiler repairs Leeds 15 plumber. Find a plumber for your ideal boiler repair from your local plumber, and that's one page. And then you might have a different boiler. I'm trying to think of a different name of a different boiler. Maxi, Bixby, Baxter. I can't remember. Anyway, Baxter. Let's call it Baxter. Why can't I think of different boilers? We just use ideal boilers in all our properties. That's why I could only think of one name. Baxter. Let's call it a Baxter boiler, Leeds 15. That's another page. And you should have multiple pages. And it's like, yeah, but Dan, that takes too long. And you're absolutely right. That's SEO though. It takes time to build that stuff up. But you start today and you do one page a day, 30 days, you've got 30 pages of content. That's going to start having an impact, start driving traffic back to your website. And obviously that's a landing page, because people are going to click that link once they find it on Google, and then we're going to go back to that specific landing page. And the 3 things that we talked about right at the start, about what you need on that landing page, am I in the right place? Can you help me? Do I trust you? So each of those pages also needs to have those 3 things on it, including case studies and reviews and before and after pictures and so on and so forth. So you can kind of see how it all feeds into itself. The SEO is all built around a human landing on that landing page and then filling in the form or booking an appointment or picking up the phone if you've got your phone number on there. And also, you do want images, and you want to be adding those keywords into those images as well. And you also want to have, 500 to 1,000 words on each page. You can't just have 30 words or 50 words and hope that that's just going to do it, because that's not going to do it at all. So I hope you find that useful. And if you've got any questions, then obviously hit me up, and we'll catch up with you on the next one. Other than that, I hope you have a safe week, given the weather that we've got or had here. I hope that you have a safe week, and that we'll catch up with you tomorrow. My name's Dan Latto. Have a great day. Take care. Hey, it's Dan here. Thank you for listening. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Please click like or subscribe to the entire podcast.